Hello and welcome back to NBA 2K25. My league, we're going to be on game 4, taking on the Grizzlies. Let's see how it goes. It's a road game, but we'll see how we do. Let's get after it. Try to get a win here. Let's get a win on the season. Gotta go inside more. I think these threes are not my friend.
NBA history.
They're not my friend.
So, my NBA and my GM are the modes for you.
Probably my career.
In NBA
Probably what everybody would say.
2K25, my NBA era's mode is back, and with a new era to choose from. Introducing the Steph era. You'll start your journey during the 2016-17
good,
season.
man. He's too good. Look at that.
The Warriors were cementing their names in the NBA history books. Do you have what it takes to stop or even extend their run?
He splashes on the haters. That's what he does.
In my GM, you can enjoy a
He gives them that
completely redesigned role-playing experience. You'll choose the backstory of your general manager and work your way to it.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit
Are
right
they
back
finally
and
doing player
relax.
intros?
We'll be back in just a moment.
It's weird because the second I load into it, it's already over.
Welcome everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball.
Is that,
on
I don't know what
2K
that is.
Sports.
How do I watch the introduction of
Alongside
players?
Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Fame for the Bulls. The
confused.
overall approach has seemed to be.
They got Levine. I swear, if he cooks this, I'm going to be so upset.
Business as
He better not
usual.
cook
But do you
this.
think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out the right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach
Crash
new
that
heights,
glass,
whether
play
it is
physical,
going
alright?
from a rebuilding route, more in the middle route, versus
Oh my
going
goodness, he just
really
faded
taking
away.
big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Ooh. No.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. What could happen with this team? Good stuff. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. James is up there with Desmond Bain. And there's Klay Thompson.
Get in there.
Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Zubac in at the 4. And for Memphis, they've got John Morant.
Put in the work. Here we go. We got to lead this game. Let's go.
Jackson. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Jackson at the center position. The flow. Williams with the block. And they hit it back. LaVine with it. Now defended by Bain. Back to Jackson. It's Morant in the corner. 6 to shoot. And
Oh my goodness.
And this is what's so special about Morant's game. His mobility and his explosiveness.
James kicks to Bain. Takes a 3. Tries to keep it alive. Rebounded by Jackson.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Morant finds Williams. Back to Morant.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah, there's that explosiveness we talked about with Morant. He gets off the floor with such ease.
The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together.
That got blocked.
Desmond Bain was a topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bain is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bain is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in
Put
the
that
rhythm.
thing back up and in.
They will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting shots what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, that main window in the middle of their roster. We will see a more competitive league because of these new
feels possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole other animal now to have the second apron. That certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how that impact things is certainly CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages. That's something you work through for every calendar year.
Well, the way that Morant is able to twist and contort through a defense, he is one of a kind in that regard.
They get it again. Williams, that's good.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives the coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Here's Morant. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And he makes that one. Zubac has got 5 points so far.
Another great decision in the career of Mike Conley. As good as it gets moving the ball.
And there's the whistle. Illegals green.
And not the most common call you see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Thompson outside for 3. And the Bulls get it back. It's not going to go for him. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. And going against Chicago, the first meeting of the season.
And with this matchup being East versus West, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, so kind of special to see how they match up. A lack of familiarity, both for the players and the fans.
Count that one. Levine's got his second basket of the game. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches, it's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history. It's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches and front office executives also are getting big pay.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. The Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in.
All right, it's a 3-point game.
11 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play you want to see from Jaren Jackson.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year, so just solid at the line.
Bulls trail by 6. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Zubac has got 10.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Morant against Conley. And no good that time. Nice D from Williams. Stolen by Jackson. Down low. Morant with a bucket. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, Morant just continuing to assert himself offensively.
Morant against Conley. And the rejection by Jackson. And the shot is good.
There we go. He's
Well,
putting
if
in
they
work
can
this
come
game,
back
huh?
and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Outside for Jackson. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got his second basket of the night. Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Well,
Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Smart's checked in and not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy.
Get out of
I
here.
would love to have a rule that
Shoot
players
it right into
just
my arm.
play, and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And we can
Get the
find
thing.
plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you said. 4 on the shot clock. Smart passes to Aldama. Good and
Dude, I was right there.
An ideal stretch big. Aldama is 6'11" and very good behind the line.
Conley's shot is off.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Levine finds Jackson. Back to Levine. Smart on the wing. Covered by Conley. Smart against Conley. Nice shot by Smart. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, that's a nice read by Smart. Got the space he needed.
Conley, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Man,
Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
do it to him.
Bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Smart kicks to Levine. Back to Smart. Second chance effort, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Vince Williams comes in for Gigi Jackson, and it's Kennard in for Levine. Offensive rebound, Williams. No good with the layup.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right.
Get that out of here.
Bad result.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Thompson against Williams. Over Thompson. The shot by Williams, no good. And it's Conley with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 9-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Watching the film, guys, they were poor offensively. I expect much better execution tonight.
Little turnaround and another basket.
Dude, I was right there.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals, we just have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early,
Kind of staying in this one so
special.
far.
Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Only down 9.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, or Dan here.
Dude,
What
we
about
had a
Anthony
oh
Edwards
my
of Minnesota?
God,
He's
that we do right there.
a young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crowd.
And we cannot wait. Kennard for 3. And again,
That was a deep
the
one.
Grizzlies from deep.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
They recover.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
6-second difference between shot game time. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. This is how they like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Derrick Rose is checked in for the Grizzlies. Then for the Bulls, Clark, he's checked in for Zubac. McDaniels comes in for Thompson. And Hield subbed in for Bain. Conley, and the rejection by Jackson. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Conley. Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
On the glass. That's a nice way to finish it off.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Memphis. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here. And the Grizzlies have been rolling around along together.
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
They've got Kennard. J.G. Jackson is out there with Patrick Williams. And it's Rose, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. That's the lineup for the game for Memphis. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. Using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
And the Grizzlies leading by 12. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast.
Nice.
When it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
Rose, that's good.
That's a shot Rose must make consistently. When he's making it rain from there, this team is hard to match up with.
Williams trying to break free. Good on that shot.
For that one, baby.
Memphis leaders cut to just 11 points in the basket from Conley. Memphis has gone 5-9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Rose passes to Jackson. Back to Rose. Lock at 6. Pass to Kennard. Over Conley.
Oh, I didn't wait at the right time for that.
Kennard's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Rose. He's got 5. The pass to Jackson.
Got stuck on the screen there.
Outside. Bulls trail by 11. Williams with the steal. Williams with the steal. And here they come from outside the arc. That shot is off. Rose with
The
some
defense
nice deep.
popped up out of nowhere, I swear.
Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Some changes for Memphis. Beans checked in for Williams. Smart comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Derrick Rose. Levine looking around. All alone. And the jumper falls.
Dang it, dude.
Levine's got 6. And Johns, nothing gets a workout like your phone.
Who's
We're
there?
talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day?
How you do that?
Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone
on here,
on a daily
right?
basis. The screen time usually in busy
With a
seasons
D.
tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we signed up for. This is what we
Nice.
love to do.
Can't believe I got you on that.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it.
Because you have to respect that outside shot. The drive is often there for Hill.
Here's Morant.
Oh,
That
body.
is his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Conley dishes to Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
All the officials are all over that.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Mark Williams at the line for 2.
That one is no good.
Jeez, dude.
And the Grizzlies leading by 13. And here's Morant. 11-point game his last outing. Here's Smart. Off target with his 3. And Clark has got the ball here for Chicago.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Smart with the ball. Williams picks him up.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him. Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Morant kicks to Williams. And the foul called on Brandon Clark.
Brandon Clark.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bulls on D. They trail by 11. And that one, good.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
Healed outside. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider, but clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do. And this path, I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
Jaren Jackson's checked in for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama comes in for Gigi Jackson. Chicago calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. It hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
The Bulls making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Williams. Thompson comes in for McDaniel. Haynes checked in for Buddy Hield. And James subbed in for Mike Conley.
And once Smart comes up with the steal, you know what he's focused on, going all the way himself.
Chicago calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
So for the Bulls, Williams is checked in for Clark, and Mike Conley is subbed in for James.
Alright, that was not good.
Bulls trail by 18. Conley with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And even if he took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Smart passes to Morant. Unloads from 13. And it's Memphis with another.
Okay, we're down 20 now. That's not good.
Not comfortable in that mid-range.
Turned it over. That's not good either.
Morant is. He'll take that shot when it's there. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Here's Smart. And the rejection by Zubac. Stolen by Levine. Here's Morant. And then Morant.
Well, you got to credit the active hands by Levine. He created the scoring opportunity on the other end.
Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To end the run, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for the game with the Mavericks, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to find their form.
Bulls have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Thompson outside. A shot missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Here's Morant. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Klay Thompson, number 1.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
And Bane drops them both. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Aldama passes to Morant, and it goes down 2 points. Morant's got 13 points in just this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Second shot opportunity, and it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got 14 points for the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 21. And finished off by Morant.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Tipped away. Bane with the steal. Fast break, Chicago. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Finally got that.
Impressive athlete. I like seeing Thompson take it inside and drop the hammer.
Smart passes to Jackson. Back to Smart. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Well, Smart is a relentless competitor whose impact always goes beyond the box score. The league could always use more players like him.
And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Magic. Levine up top. He's covered by Thompson. Levine's shot is on. Chicago has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. 7 points in the game.
A true shooter, Thompson can adjust his touch perfectly for that mid-range. Smart
against Bane. Launches it. It ball's through, making it 6-11 in the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
That one drops for him. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Don't underestimate the physicality Thompson has. He's much more than an outside shooter.
And the Bulls call timeout here.
And he could tell his
Only have 3
guys
left already,
starting
and
to
it's not
wear
even
down
halftime.
a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Let's turn up the noise and give a big welcome to your Bridger.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Vince Williams is checked in for Zach LaVine. Luke Kennard comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Rose in for John Morant. And Chicago also making a switch. Clark's checked in. And the foul called on Brandon Clark.
Brandon Clark.
That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the half. Rose with the ball. Conley picks him up. Over in the corner, Williams. Hands it from downtown.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Conley against Rose. Thompson outside. Over Williams. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all
releasing
on
these as
him.
well as I
But with
can.
that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams
How
down
is it
by.
on us?
He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football. Right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter. And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Brandon Clark. Grizzlies have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Conley, the pass to Zubac. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Kennard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Ended up from us getting the
Putting
last
that
possession,
pass
then
right
getting
in
an
stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Conley, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Ja Morant in the first half. He ended up with 28 points and 1 assist. He's been a different player than he was in their last outing when he was off his game.
All right, they're doing all right. I'll put it down.
That's all for now.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape.
Oh, I can't
was
believe
just
I got that.
destroying the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Brandon Clark is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Desmond Bain. Then it's Thompson. And it's Conley in at the point. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
What? Out of bounds. Are you kidding me,
Stats
dog?
for Bain. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 23 points a game last year, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench, always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it, but look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morant with a wide-open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Conley, the pass to Bain. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
How about the hand from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Pass to Zubac, stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. There's the triple, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got 8 points.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Great open look there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And it's Memphis on the break. He gets that one.
Defensively, it's like no matter what I do,
We
they
got to credit
can't stop.
Jackson Jr. He just stuck that big hand out there and swiped it away to start that break.
And last season, with all the injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies, Stan, Jaren Jackson had to play a bigger role and was effective.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we were all a little surprised at his offensive game. You know, he got more opportunity and we saw him doing more things. He also played more at the center spot, you know, so he's become a great two-way player. We knew he was always an elite defender.
Yeah, let's call time. I'll try to
You know,
regroup
Stan,
here.
as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Mark Williams has checked in for Clark.
Looking now at some numbers for Zubac. Last year, getting it done. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. And it's Memphis on the break. LaVine inside the three-point line. Chicago grabs the miss. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Bain finds Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Zach LaVine.
Even with the defense all over him, Thompson sticks with it and doesn't just give up on the shot.
And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I personally, I love it.
I was
So
jumping
that
right
being
next to
said,
him. I was sitting
which
wide
one
open.
of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill, and agility. You've got guys who
gotta
can
make that
shoot
pass,
the ball.
bro.
But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Relax.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Got it.
That goes in. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Levine wide open. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from 3 in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
You can see, and coach, you can feel John Morant's star power. His presence on the floor is
not bad,
a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Marcus Smart's checked in for Zach LaVine.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Williams can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Payne for 3. The second effort. And there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off. Williams has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's
the best shooters in the game, but they can't make one.
To do there.
Passes it to Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Zubac. Another shot. Pass to Thompson. Back to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael
Conley. I wasn't even trying to foul him. I didn't hit the foul or anything. I was like legitimately staying in front of him.
Being in the penalty.
Vince Williams is checked in for Memphis. Luke Kennard comes in for Morant. Jackson has the open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Knocked loose.
Come on, dog.
With the steal. Over Conley. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 15.
Well, you know Smart is going to hustle back in transition. He's got that fire.
Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jackson.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
There we go.
The pass to Thompson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
How about the body control Thompson has? Used to taking punishment and still able to convert.
Bane drives in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal. And bang, right to the bucket.
Step out there.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Rose is checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Thompson. Here's Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Rose passes to Williams. Memphis moving it around. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Jackson misses. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Chicago. To the wing right side. Zubac's the pass to Bane. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Memphis. Aldama's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Williams for 3. And Bane pulls it down. Bane's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Thompson kicks to Conley. And it's Memphis on the break. And blocked by Bane.
At both ends, Bane is always lurking.
Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Conley against Rose. Conley dishes to Thompson. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got 15 points.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Rose. Rebound by Williams. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Conley the pass to Thompson. Back to Conley. Rose against Thompson. Over Rose. They grab their own miss. And Williams is right there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And for Memphis, they're shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's Rose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Zubac.
And Rose, a fighter, someone who challenges defenders inside and attracts their attention.
Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number 1, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Chicago calls timeout. And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history. And they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's Rose, and he uses the glass on the lane. Rose has got 11 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Chicago shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And Williams with the stuff.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Well, that's 5 now. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue to go at him to try to get him to foul out of this game.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Rose with the ball. Williams picks him up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Rose against Conley.
Get that out of here.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And he drives in. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Kennard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Rose. Over Conley. Rebound by the Bulls. Clark's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Count it. 10 points for him.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Alright, we got
John
91.
Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis.
The Bulls, 91.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
come on, dude.
high-level playmaking.
That was an and one,
He
too.
makes
That
it look
pisses me off.
easy, but it's not.
Makes me not a happy camper. I'll tell you what.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple of years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Baines checked in for Mike Conley. They've got Torrey Craig. Luke Kennard out there with Rose. Then it's John Conchal. And it's Laravia in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
Healed outside.
Going fast.
And the
Look how
Bulls
fast
get
that
it back.
was.
Here's Williams. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Conchar with it. Working on McKinney.
their whole team is right there.
Conchar, good.
Yeah, you have to be so worried about Kennard's shot. That opens things up for others.
No good from Clark. And so it looks like the Grizzlies
on,
will
grab the
take
ball.
possession here. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Rose.
And the shooting percentage, it's taken a dip in this second half.
Misses the layup. Here's Hield into the lane. And then Hield with the dunk.
Explosive play by Hield, taking off and slamming that one down before the D could react.
Pass to Conchar. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generations. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hield can't hit. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth.
Took that
That's a
shot in the corner.
42% mark in the quarter. They get the rebound. Here's Laravia, and he banks in the lane.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
Boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
It's good on the putback.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You want your team to be aggressive on the glass, but he was a little too zealous for that rebound.
Yeah, but I don't mind the guy battling down low. Let him know there's not going to be any easy rebounds.
And Memphis making a change here. Williams is checked in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bain passes to Williams. He can't get it to go. And here are the Grizzlies now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. On the wing, Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Clark. And again, no good by Chicago.
That sucks.
Here's Kennard. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
His shots
There we go.
it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Yeah, and every year, Bane's playmaking seems to take another leap. Fantastic pass right there.
Bane with the steal. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Williams with the block.
I got blocked.
Here's Conchar. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. Free throw good, Conchar. So, Greg, you played the point. In creative player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
And the basket by Jackson.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Right.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
That was excellent. He blocked it.
Smart up top. He gets it in there.
Teams right there. How did that not get blocked?
Why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And you were just talking about this coach, Patrick Williams, a guy with loads of potential.
Yeah, Kevin, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries here early in his career. Sometimes he tends to disappear in games, but when he's got it going, this guy has a chance to be a really good 3-and-D player.
It'll be fun to see where he takes his game. And Memphis making a change here. Levine's checked in. Then for the Bulls, Zubac is checked in for Brandon Clark. And it's Klay Thompson in for McDaniel.
And playing 4 years of college often hurts your draft status, but it got healed ready for the NBA. And by his second year, he's one of the team's best starters.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Passes to Bane. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Levine, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. Healed from outside. Rebound collected by Levine, and here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 19-6 run. Smart misses. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Now Zubac. Bane kicks to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. Williams with the steal. Smart on the wing. Second chance shot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Williams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Back to Hield. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
There's Williams. Rebound by the Bulls. Zubac has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And another turnover here by Chicago. Santi Aldama's checked in for
How do they
Zach
keep
Levine.
calling that out of bounds? It should be foul.
Here's Smart. He kicks to Williams. Pass to Jackson. Outside Williams. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Williams, and he drops in the layup off the
That was right there. Come on,
And
man.
there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Zubats. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. Williams, that's good.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points
Finally.
in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Outside Williams. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And Thompson throws it down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Our new scoring high is 103. Nice.
Healed against Smart. Good D by Heel. Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And they recover it.
Well, they're all over the offensive glass right now, and it's a big reason that they're ahead.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Smart passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, this is part of why guys love playing with Smart. He will reward you for getting open if you can.
They get a hand
Come
on
on,
it.
dude.
Smart with the steal. Again, Memphis.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score from defense to offense.
Come on, dude. He just did that the last time.
They
I
can get
wasn't even
set.
doing anything.
And slam dunk by Smart.
Yeah, Smart has been a difference maker here offensively, scoring with great efficiency.
And stolen by Williams. Kicks it to Smart. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Now we saw it in Boston, and we're seeing it in Memphis. Marcus Smart is a key piece in any lineup stand.
Yeah, look, you can just plug Marcus Smart in, especially to your defense. Multiple times on the all-defensive team, and he became so much better being able to run an offense, direct traffic, keep a team together.
And if he can just stay healthy, that will be maybe the missing part of his career.
Yeah, and that's the challenge right now.
Come on, dude.
13 feet away. Here's Aldama. Williams with the block.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
And this was
That's
one that never
sucked.
really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just
What? How'd I get
what
stolen,
a
dude?
dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for John Morant.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Here's Smart. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you know they
Right
feel
there.
good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here's Williams. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Grizzlies. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. Payne for three. Buries it from three-point range. Great game for him. Double-double now.
Took
11
forever.
points and 10 rebounds.
Finally got a 3.
Outside, Smart.
Only a 59-point loss.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the
And
They poured it on him. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Bryant had 38. Levine had 26. Smart had 25. Williams had 36 and 34. He was a baller. Bain had 11 and 10. Clark had 2 and 7. Let's see. Yep. Thompson had 17. He hit a 3. Bain ended up hitting a 3 at the very end. Conley had 10 and 16. Bain had 4 steals. Williams had 7 blocks. 19 offensive rebounds. He was out there getting his thing done, I swear. Conley had 10 turnovers. That's alright though, because we're going to get right on track the next game. Baby, let's go. Next one's against the Magic. That one hopefully will be a little bit more even. So, as usual, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.